Hi, 8th grade. Today's lesson, this is Wednesday's lesson, so this is lesson 7-5, day 2. And it's going to be, again, starts on page 440 of your book. Today we're going to be doing raising fractions to a power. So that's going to be mostly problem 3 that we're going to be working on. Our gotta check today is going to be page 442, number 3A. Your homework for tonight will be page 444, numbers 33 to 42. And your bell ringer problem is page 439, number 22. Okay, let's get started. So today we're going to be raising fractions to a power, and this is no different than raising other products to a power. The difference is you're raising a quotient instead of a product to a power. So we're going to raise fractions to a power. And like I said, this is really not different from raising a product to a power. You just have to be careful and make sure that you raise both the numerator and the denominator to the power. So make sure you raise both in big letters, numerator and denominator to the power. Okay, let's take a look at an example and you'll see what I mean. So I'm working on page 442 and I'm working on problem number 3. So let's take a look at problem number 3. It gives us a power which is z to the 4th, and z to the 4th is divided by 5, and they're saying they're raising this entire thing to the 3rd power. Okay, so again, we're raising something inside of parentheses to a power, all right? So what that means is I have to raise both my numerator z4th and my denominator 5 to a power. And what we remember from last week is that our rule is if we're raising something to a power, the rule is we multiply exponents. So if I'm going to raise both the numerator and the denominator to a power, I do that by multiplying exponents. Okay, so again, no different from our product rule. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply. So in this case, I have z to the 4th raised to the 3rd power. 4 times 3 is 12. So my new numerator, is going to be z to the 12th power, okay? Then I also have to raise my denominator to the power. That's very important. This is 5, and since it's just a single 5, this is the same as 5 to the 1st power. So I'm going to multiply the exponents. 3 times 1 is 3, so this is going to become 5 to the 3rd power, okay? Now, I have only positive exponents, but mathematicians would say, we don't really want to leave this 5 to the 3rd power. We actually want to do this. So 5 times 5 is 25, and then that times another 5 is 125. So my final simplified expression is going to be z to the 12th power, and all divided by 125. Okay, that's really it. I'm all simplified. I have only positive exponents. I've multiplied my constant, so I'm done, okay? Let's try the gotta check. So our gotta check is still on page 442, and we are doing gotta check 3A. So I'll write this out for you. 3A asks us to simplify 4 divided by x to the 3rd power, and this is all squared. Okay, it's time to pause the video. Come back when you're finished with the gotta check and see the answer. All right, let's do the check. Okay, so I need to square everything inside my parentheses. So I'm going to start with the 4. Remember, this is 4 to the 1st power, so I'm going to multiply exponents. So 1 times 2 is 2, so this is now going to be 4 squared. And in my denominator, I have to raise x to the 3rd to the 2nd power. So again, I'm going to multiply exponents. 3 times 2 is 6, So my denominator is x to the 6th power. Okay? Again, mathematicians consider it bad form to leave that 4 just squared. So I'm going to square it. 4 times itself. 4 times 4 is 16. So I have 16 in the numerator and x to the 6th in my denominator. And that is my final answer. I'm all simplified with positive exponents and the constant is multiplied out. Okay, it's time to start your homework. Remember, your homework for today is page 444, numbers 33 to 42, and your bell ringer today is page 439, number 22. All right, don't forget your 3 sentences. Bye, 8th grade. I'll see you tomorrow.